Your parents could live on one paycheck and still move forward. Not fast, just forward. In 2027, a lot of people will have two paychecks and still feel stuck, like they're running on a treadmill that speeds up every year. And here's the scary part. Most of them will think it's their fault. They'll say, I need to budget better. I need to work harder. I just need one more raise. No. If you're planning your life like the old rules still work in 2027, you're walking into a trap with your eyes open. Because 2027 won't be the year normal gets easier. It'll be the year normal gets more expensive and more locked in. Normal in 2027 looks like this. Your rent or mortgage eats a huge chunk of your paycheck. Your car payment takes the rest of your extra, and every month there's another bill waiting. Insurance, subscriptions, groceries, repairs, something always shows up. So even when you're making good money, you still feel broke. Not because you're dumb, not because you're lazy, because the system is built to keep you paying. So in this video, I'm going to explain two things, clear and simple. Why living normal in 2027 is ruining people financially, even the ones doing everything right. And two, what you need to do instead if you want real stability, real breathing room, real freedom. Because in 2027, the biggest money mistake isn't being reckless. It's trying to be normal. All right, let's talk about the advice you keep hearing, because it sounds smart, but in 2027, it's basically a prank. They tell you, just save 10%, just make a budget, just stop buying coffee. Like the reason you can't get ahead is because you spent $6 on a latte, not because your rent jumped $600 and your groceries doubled. That advice was made for a world where the numbers were reasonable, back when housing wasn't a heavyweight fight, back when one car payment didn't look like a second rent, back when a small mistake didn't turn into a full-blown crisis. And yes, budgeting matters, saving matters, being smart matters. But here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. You cannot self-control your way out of a system that's priced like a luxury product. That's like trying to win a rigged game by holding the controller more carefully. If your basic costs are eating 70% of your income, you don't have a discipline problem. You have a math problem. So when someone says, just cut back, what they really mean is pretend this is still 2005. And in 2027, pretending is expensive. Let's start with housing, because this is where the normal life fantasy hits a brick wall. The normal dream is simple. It's not crazy. A starter home, a safe area, decent schools, a little backyard, something that finally feels like stability. Not a mansion, not a beach house, just a place where you're not worried your landlord will raise rent again or sell the building. But in 2027, that normal starter home is turning into a lifetime sentence. Here's what people think they're buying. I'm buying security. I'm locking in my costs. I'm finally building wealth. Here's what they're actually buying. They're buying the biggest monthly payment of their life at the worst terms while every other cost around it keeps rising. Because it's not just the home price. It's the rate. It's the taxes. It's the insurance that keeps climbing. It's repairs you can't delay when you own the place. It's the fact that the payment doesn't stay still even if your salary does. So what happens? People stretch. They push the payment to the edge of what they can technically afford. They tell themselves it's temporary. They tell themselves, we'll refinance later. And then real life shows up. One job loss, one medical bill, one major car repair, one broken HVAC system in the middle of summer. And suddenly, that wealth-building plan turns into panic mode. Because when your housing cost is swallowing your paycheck, you're not building a future. You're just trying not to drown. That's not wealth building. That's rent with extra steps. And if housing is the cage, cars are the chains. Because in 2027, a huge car payment is treated like a normal part of life, like it's unavoidable as groceries. 7-year loans, 8-year loans, payments that feel like rent. And while you're paying it off, the car is doing the opposite of investing. It's losing value every month. Then insurance goes up, repairs show up, tires, brakes, fees. So the payment isn't even the full cost. It's just the entrance fee. This is the trap. Normal is financed. And once you finance your normal life, your life stops being yours. You're not buying a car, you're buying a monthly obligation that follows you for years. Here's the part that surprises people the most in 2027. It's not just low-income households struggling. It's families making good money who are still broke. 6 figures, 2 incomes, solid jobs, and they're still checking their bank app like it's a heart monitor. How is that possible? Because the moment your income goes up, the normal life bill shows up to collect. A nicer place, because you should be living better now. A newer car, because the old one feels embarrassing. More convenience, more delivery, more small monthly charges. And those small charges multiply fast. Subscriptions you forgot about, childcare that costs like a second mortgage, health insurance that doesn't even cover much until you pay thousands out of pocket. Random medical bills that appear out of nowhere. Debt interest quietly eating your future every single month. So yeah, on paper they look successful, but behind the scenes, they're one surprise expense away from sliding backwards. Because the system isn't designed to make you secure, it's designed to make you look secure. It rewards looking okay, not being okay. Now, here's why most people fail right here. Paying off debt feels like you're getting nowhere. You're making payments every month, but your life doesn't look better. No new apartment, no new car, no reward. Just a balance going down slowly on a screen. So people quit, not because they're lazy, because progress feels invisible. But that's the trick. When you pay down debt, you're not buying something you can post online. You're buying back your paycheck. Every payment buys back future income. Here's the rule most people ignore, and it's why they stay stuck. Plug the leaks before you try to grow. If your money is pouring out through high-interest debt, it doesn't matter how smart your investing is. You're basically trying to fill a bucket with a crack in the bottom and then acting confused when it won't fill. So the order matters. 1. Get the employer match. That's free money. Take it. 2. Destroy high-interest debt. Not manage it. Kill it. 3. Build a cash buffer, enough to handle real life without panic. 4. Then invest hard and let momentum do the work. Because investing while paying 20% interest isn't wealth building, it's self-sabotage with a spreadsheet. There's a point where money stops being stressful and starts being useful. Not rich, not retirement, just stable. For most people, that turning point is when you have 3 to 6 months of expenses in cash. Before that, everything is fear-based. You take the job you hate because you can't risk a gap in pay. You don't negotiate because you're scared they'll pull the offer. You say yes to overtime, yes to stress, yes to nonsense, because you don't have a choice. But after you build that buffer, your brain changes. You can walk away from bad deals. You can wait for the right job instead of grabbing the first one. You can take a calculated risk, start something small, move cities, switch careers, because you have time. And that's the real difference. Risk tolerance isn't personality, it's runway. Here's the part nobody warns you about. Being smart can make you look behind. People will judge the paid-off car. They'll judge the smaller apartment. They'll judge the fact that you're not upgrading like everyone else. And for a while, you might look broke while you're actually getting free. Because they're buying status, you're buying time. Let them laugh. Payments aren't a personality. At first, this feels painfully slow. You save, you pay off debt, you build the buffer, and nothing looks different. It's boring, it's quiet, it's the same month over and over. That's the slog phase, and most people quit right there. But momentum is real. Once you stack enough money, it stops crawling and starts moving. The same effort suddenly gets bigger results. The growth speeds up. It's like pushing a heavy cart uphill. Every step is work until you hit the peak. Then the hill does the work for you. The hard part isn't the strategy. It's surviving the boring years long enough for the flip to happen. Success in 2027 isn't a bigger house or a nicer car. It's walking away money. It's breathing room. It's the power to say no to the bad job, to the bad deal, to the life that's draining you. That's real wealth. Options. Luxury is optional. Freedom isn't. Here's what's going to happen.
A lot of people will hear this, agree with it, feel motivated for a day, and then go right back to financing normal because someone they know just upgraded. That's the engine of the 2027 economy: anxiety and comparison. Every ad, every post, every "you deserve it" message is designed to push you into payments, because payments are profit. Banks win when you stretch. Dealers win when you finance. The system wins when you panic buy a life you can't afford. So here's the challenge. Stop letting normal pick your choices. Your superpower is saying no. If you want the exact step-by-step order for where every dollar should go once you've stopped bleeding money, match, debt, buffer, investing, I've got the next video ready for you. Watch that one next if you're serious about getting ahead in 2027. Otherwise, enjoy the payments.